Hey cat friends, Rob here from Purroducts Central, feline lifestyle products. So, you have a cat. I have a couple cats. Go figure, right? What do they like to do with their claws? They like to scratch things. They like to scratch your furniture. They like to scratch whatever they can find. Unfortunately, that's a little bit destructive, isn't it? So what do you do?
What do you do? What do you do?
So you go out and you buy a scratching post. Now what happens? Sometimes the scratching post gets worn out. After about 6 months, you throw it out, you buy another one. So what, $30 to $50 a pop, depending on the type of post you get. Sometimes they don't really wear out so much as they just get all wobbly and then the cat doesn't want to use it anymore. Then they go right back to scratch your couch. I have an idea. How about I show you how I make a scratching post that looks exactly like this? Let's get catty. First, we need a base. 5/8 plywood, 2 feet by 2 feet, or 24 inches by 24 inches. I don't like cutting up my table with a knife, so I have this carpet, which I put on here and protects the table. Now we choose our carpet. Bam. You can buy this at, it's kind of a roll end cutoff. You can get it at most carpet stores, not all, but most carpet stores will sell that stuff to you for cheap. Let's get out Dr. Kniffy and take this off. Now, we need a piece that is 27 inches by 27 inches. Now, why am I picking that number? Because I need, well, you'll see. You'll see. You'll just see. You see?
Yes, I see.
You're going to need to be able to overlap a little bit when you do the edges here. So I'll show you how that works. 27 inches. Don't do that. Right about there. Now we need 27 inches this way. Right about there. Now, here's the trick with this carpet. All the lines going this way, the narrow lines on this type of carpet, are always going to be pretty much straight. But the lines going this way, the wide ones, they're going to wave a little bit. So you have to be a little bit careful the way you measure it. So that's why I'm actually going to measure 2 spots. And then I'm going to take a straight edge and I'm going to make sure that it's measured correctly. Why do I care? Because I do. That's why. Now we're going to get Dr. Kniffy and we're going to cut one here. You cut carpet like an idiot, said the comments section. There, now we got our piece. Okay, excellent. This piece of carpet will be used for the post itself. What I need is a top and bottom section, as the middle of the post will have sisal rope. Experience tells me to cut this down to 14 inches wide so it can be trimmed to wrap around a 4 1/4 inch post. I'm just winging it for the height of the carpet in relation to the post because I've done this so many times that I know that I need X amount. Since it's a scrap piece, I'm using a square just to make sure that the piece isn't all janky and crooked. I need to determine which way the plywood is bowed, seeing as where I live, you can't get regular plywood that doesn't double as a skateboard ramp. The reason this is important is that I want all the corners to bow down to the floor, not the other way around. So you should basically have a convex piece of plywood when you lay it down. Pads under the base will keep it stable. It's also important to use a piece that has a nice enough surface for the exposed bottom. I'm lining up the plywood with the narrow lines of the carpet backing so that it's sitting square with the carpet. I'm making sure that the piece will overhang off the table for easy access. Once I've done that, I'm going to set up my backstop jig, which will allow me to push against the workpiece without it sliding away. This is what's great about a project table. Bam! Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little glue in the corners. Maybe put some in the gun first. Just a little shot. Now the purpose of this is just to stabilize the carpet so it doesn't move around while I'm doing my thing. Otherwise, well, there'll be some cuss words. And we don't do that here, do we? Not on camera. Okay, now that we've got that established, we're missing something. Bam! Okay. All right, now we start folding it up. Take Mr. Staple gun. Gotta get it right in the right spot. Then we take Dr. Kniffy, bring it all the way out, make sure it's sharp enough. Now, before I start, I know what's gonna happen. Someone's going to say in the comment section, don't cut towards yourself, you crazy bastard. Don't worry, I'm not pulling hard. You have to know what you're doing with your knife, otherwise, if you're not comfortable with your knife, you're going to actually probably cut yourself. Now, we want to hot glue all along this carpet all the way around to sort of seal it so that the carpet doesn't run and tear, and it lasts longer. Kind of like caulking in a weird way, but no, not at all. It also helps bond to the base of the wood. Now, do you see how the ooh, gotta focus there. You see how the carpet has a little bit of an opening there, kind of like you can see the seam? Let's fix that. Put just a tiny little bit of glue there, and you pinch it. Carpet tile. This is the stuff you find in office buildings. I get it for pretty cheap. Actually, this is a sample piece, so I got it for free. Now we're going to cut strip out of this. We're gonna make some pads. So we're gonna put one in each corner, like so. Good saturation of hot glue. Stick it right just inside the corners. I'm gonna run out of glue. Glue. Now, why am I building this scratching post with such a wide base, you ask? When the ones at the pet store are like half the size. Well, we're looking for stability here, first of all. Secondly, it does give them an extra area to scratch. They don't necessarily have to scratch the post itself, they could scratch the base. It does give them, you know, and you could put some catnip in it, in the carpet, and gives them a place to hang out. There. Now your nice hardwood floors won't get damaged. There you go, there's your base. Hopefully you enjoyed part 1 of this scratching post build. If you want to see part 2, yeah you do, please like and subscribe and click that bell so that when I upload part 2 of this build, you'll be the first to know. Thank you for watching. If you played this video to the end, comment below using the words raspberry cake.